another week, another hoax. That's the focus of tonight's angle. He sounded so sure until he wasn't.
That is a war crime, full stop.
The admiral confirmed that there had not been a kill them all order and that there was not an order to grant no quarter.
So does it exonerate Hegseth?
That's all I've got to say. I bet. Well, what else is there to say? They never learn, though. As Donald Trump is busy brokering peace deals and making America richer and safer, Democrats are busy making total fools of themselves. Because when they're not defending criminal illegals, Somali fraudsters, and international drug traffickers, they're trying to get their first scalp in the Trump cabinet. And until this morning, they thought they had it.
A new report from the Washington Post leads some lawmakers to ask whether the Pentagon has committed a war crime.
What we've seen here over the last couple of days, clearly unlawful, illegal orders.
It goes to this order from the secretary, apparently of no quarter, which is an obvious war crimes violation.
Let me be very clear. Killing shipwreck survivors is a war crime.
Thank you, Ted. Well, this all stemmed from breathless media reports, starting with the Washington Post, that in that September 2nd strike on the drug boat, Hegseth had given a direct order to kill any and all survivors. Well, of course, Secretary Hegseth denied that account to no avail, but the Beltway mob was still after him. Then last night, the narrative totally began to fall apart because the threat remained after the first strike, and the threat needed to be eliminated.
According to a source familiar with the incident, the two survivors climbed back onto the boat after the initial strike. They were believed to be potentially in communication with others and salvaging some of the drugs. Because of that, it was determined they were still in the fight and valid targets.
Ruh-roh. Then today on Capitol Hill, Admiral Bradley launched a truth bomb behind closed doors.
Was there a kill-all order from Secretary Hegseth?
No, both. Admiral Bradley was very clear that he was given no such order, not to give no quarter or to kill them all. He was given an order that, of course, was written down in great detail, as our military always does.
But was there a vocal order as well?
There was no vocal order either.
Of course, after hyping the story, though, all week, Democrats did their best to salvage their own wreckage.
I don't reach the same conclusion that Senator Cotton does if you're describing it as righteous. He said that. But I have more policy questions than ever about the framing of the mission, the rules of engagement.
I thought it was a legal challenge. Now it's a policy difference. Translation, there is no war crime. And because their number one priority is another Trump impeachment, they box themselves into a corner.
Any American who sees the video that I saw will see the United States military attacking shipwrecked sailors. Bad guys, but attacking shipwrecked sailors. Now, there's a whole set of contextual items that the Admiral explained. Yes, they were carrying drugs.
I'm surprised they didn't call them Gilligan and the Professor, right? Just shipwrecked sailors. Well, and not so long ago, remember, Democrats agreed that destroying these threats was a good thing.
Let's go after the drug lords where they live, with an international strike force. There must be no safe haven for these narco-terrorists, and they must know it.
Oh, my. Have things changed in the Democrat Party? Now they prefer a softer approach.
If these boats are full of drugs and narco traffickers, why not interdict them? Show to the country, show to the world the drugs and the terrorists, the narco terrorists.
And give them some hot chocolate, too. Great idea. Let's hire them all lawyers as well. Now, you see how Trump has them all trapped here? He wants to make America great again. They want to make drug running safe again.
Forget the war crimes. Okay. Forget what the U.S. Army manual says. Forget what the DOD manual says. So, yeah, they're making up as they go along every day. And the inconsistency of it all, again, looks very bad.
What looks bad is the egg on their faces. Trump's success has scrambled their brains. And that's the angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.